antibiotics. And what are antibiotics? How antibiotics can be used? And we studied about that. When we take antibiotics, we have to consult firstly a qualified doctor. You have to take an advice of qualified doctor. When we take antibiotics, you have to consult a qualified doctor. If we take excess intake of antibiotics or less amount of antibiotics, and if we take antibiotics in wrong dose, then these may create many problems in our body, and even they can kill. Antibiotics, they can kill useful bacteria or useful bacteria in our body. So when we take antibiotics, you have to consult firstly a qualified doctor. You have to consult a qualified doctor for when we take antibiotics. If we don't consult the qualified doctor, and if we take antibiotics in wrong dose, then they can create many problems in our body, and they can kill even useful bacteria in our body. So antibiotics, however, are not effective against cold and flu, as these are caused by viruses. So these will not work as it when we have cold or when we have flu. So when we take antibiotics, you have to consult firstly a qualified doctor. If we don't consult a qualified doctor, if we take it in a wrong dose, then these can create many problems in our body, just like they can kill a useful bacteria in our body. So you have to consult firstly qualified doctor. Next topic is, what do you mean by vaccine? This is a very important topic of this chapter, microorganism. What do you mean by vaccine? Why our children are given vaccination? And what are antibiotics? Firstly, you have to know what do you mean by vaccine. When any disease carrying germs and any disease carrying germs or microorganism enters in our body, because our body is very strong, so our body fights with the microorganism when they enter in our body, and they produce antibodies. Suppose we are healthy and a disease carrying germs enter in our body. So because we are healthy, we have then body fights with the disease carrying germs, and the body produce antibodies, and these antibodies fights with the disease carrying germs. Next is, the body also remembers how to fight the microbe if it enters again, and then the body retains its antibodies in the human body, and they remembers, if another microorganism enters in our body, then they remember how to fight with the microorganism. So if dead or weakened microbes are introduced into a healthy body, the body fights and kills the invating bacteria by producing suitable antibody, and the antibody remain in the body, and we are protecting from the disease causing microbes forever. And this is how a disease vaccine works. How vaccine works, and why are children given vaccination? Suppose we are healthy and a disease carrying germs are entered into our healthy body. uh, why we enter these disease into our healthy body? Because if disease carrying germs are entered in our body, then they produce antibodies. And which type of microbes are entered in our body? Dead or weakened microorganisms are introduced into the healthy body, then our body fight with these bacteria, and they produce antibodies. And these antibodies again help for the protection of disease. These protect from the disease, and how vaccine works. Suppose this is a healthy body of Paheli. This is a healthy body of Paheli. Then we enter some disease causing microorganism in Paheli body. Then Paheli becomes ill. Then Paheli becomes ill. Then Paheli body produce antibodies to fight with these bacteria, and these antibodies remain in the Paheli body, and then another microorganism enters into the Paheli body. Then the antibody fights with this microorganism, and this way how vaccine works. So this is several diseases including cholera, smallpox, hepatitis can be prevented by vaccination. So this is a disease, this can be cured by vaccination. And Edward Jenner was a scientist who discovered vaccine for the small chickenpox in 1798. So in your childhood, you must have been given injection to protect yourself against several disease. As we know, in our childhood, we have we have been given they have given some injection, and they have given some injection to protect our body from several disease. When the person was in childhood age, then these are given so many injection, so that they can fight with several disease. Just like in the childhood, polio injection is given, and another type of injection were given to protect the disease in the childhood age. It is essential to protect all the children against these disease. So these necessary vaccines are available in the nearby hospital. You might have seen the advertisement on TV and newspaper regarding protection of children against polio. So we have a pulse polio program to protect the children from the regarding protection of children against polio. And in this program, polio drops are given to the children as a vaccine. So in the childhood age, the children are given so many injections given to fight with the several disease, just like polio. In the childhood age, uh, 2 or 3 drops of polio are given to a children to fight with the polio. And there is a program, pulse polio program, shown in the newspaper advertisement on TV. And in this program, polio drops are given for the children to fight against polio. And this is actually a vaccine. This is a polio vaccine. So also there is a program against smallpox has been taken in the most parts of the world. These days, how vaccines are made on a large scale from microorganisms to protect humans and other animals from several diseases. So vaccine are made on a large scale from microorganisms to protect humans and other animals from the several disease. So this is the vaccine. How vaccine is produced? When a disease causing germs enter into our body, then they produce antibodies to fight with them. So how vaccine work? Suppose this is a body of Paheli, and this is a healthy body. This is a healthy body of Paheli, and we introduce some disease causing germs in the Paheli body. We enter some disease causing germs in the Paheli body. हम क्या करते हैं, कुछ डिसीज कोजिंग जर्म जो है पहेली की बॉडी में एंटर करा देते हैं, और पहेली की बॉडी जो है बीमार हो जाती है. देन पहेली बॉडी बिकेम इल, एंड पहेली की बॉडी इल हो जाती है. देन पहेली बॉडी प्रोड्यूस एंटीबॉडीज, एंड इट्स एंटीबॉडीज रिमेन इन द पहेली बॉडी. वो एंटीबॉडी जो है पहेली की बॉडी में ही रह जाती हैं. Then another microorganism, when another microorganism enters into the Paheli body, then these antibody fight with the microorganism, and these saves from the then these saves from these microorganisms. Then these antibody fights with microorganism, and in this way, how a vaccine works. And which type of microorganism are entered into our body? Dead or weakened. Dead and weakened. Dead and weakened means these have less effect on our body. We enter some less or less effective microorganism into the healthy body of Paheli. Then Paheli becomes ill, and these produce antibodies, and these antibodies fight with the another microorganism when they enter into the Paheli body. So in this way, how vaccine work? So children are given children are given vaccination. So children are given vaccination to fight with the disease. And in this way, how vaccine work? And this is the Edward Jenner scientist who discovered vaccination for chickenpox in 1798. So Edward Jenner was the scientist who discovered a small vaccination for chickenpox in 1798. So there are so many diseases just like smallpox, hepatitis, and cholera. These are cured by vaccination. As we know, in our childhood, we have given so many injections, just like polio and another type of injection are given in our childhood age, and these are given to protect ourselves against several diseases. So you can prepare a list of diseases, and we can take the help of your parents, and we can help with the doctor. We can take help from the doctor, and we can take help from your parents and collect a list of injection given in your childhood age. So prepare a list which injections are given in your childhood age. Prepare this list, and you can take help from the parents as well as from the doctors. And there is a two programs against two disease. And first program is uh, no, children against polio, pulse polio program. In this program, polio drops are given to the children, and this is actually a vaccine. And what is the another program? Another program is a smallpox program, and this is in this program a vaccine is given for the removal of chickenpox disease. And these days, vaccines are made on a large scale from microorganisms. So all these vaccines are made up of microorganisms to protect humans and another animals from several diseases. So in these days, so many vaccines are produced from the microorganism, and they cure human as well as another animal from the disease. And next is how and what is the another use of microorganism? They increase soil fertility. And first use was they are used to produce medicine, and another use is they are used to increase soil fertility. And how they increase soil fertility? Some bacteria are able to fix nitrogen from the atmosphere to enrich soil with the nitrogen and increase its fertility, and these microbes are commonly called biological nitrogen fixation. This is the nitrogen fixation bacteria. This is the blue-green algae. This is the nitrogen fixing bacteria. This is the nitrogen fixing bacteria, and this is the blue-green algae. And some bacteria, these are shown in the figure 2.7. They convert, they take nitrogen from the atmosphere, and then they enter into the soil and they increase its fertility. So some bacteria, just like these blue algae, and they take nitrogen from the atmosphere and entered into the soil. And when nitrogen entered into the soil fertility is increased. And who does this process? Microorganisms do this process, and these microbes are called biological nitrogen fixers. So these microorganisms are called biological nitrogen fixer. So some microorganisms, just like bacteria, convert all nitrogen of the environment, all take nitrogen from the atmosphere, and these nitrogen goes into the soil, and when nitrogen is added into the soil, and the automatically fertility of the soil is increases. So soil fertility is increases by the nitrogen fixing bacteria, and these are the nitrogen fixing bacteria. And next use is how microorganisms are used for cleaning the environment. First use was they are used to make medicine. Next is they are used to increase fertility of the soil. And what are the another use? They are used to clean the environment. Pujo and Paheli had observed the school gardener making manure. Along with their friends, they collected waste of plants, vegetables, and fruits from nearby houses and gardens. Then they put them into the pit for waste disposal. After some time, it it converted into manure. And how it cleans the environment? Bhuju and Paheli do an activity, and they go to a garden and they prepare manure. And how they prepared manure? Along with the friends, Paheli and Bhujo collect waste of plants, and they collect waste of animals, and they collect waste of fruits, and they collected all these waste and they put them into the pit. And after some time, these all waste are converted into a substance, and these substance are called manure. And so these all types are waste is converted into manure. So all type of waste are being converted into manure, so they clean the environment. And how they converted into manure? They converted with the help of microorganism. Paheli want to know how these happen, how these converted into the manure. They converted with the help of microorganism. So Paheli and Bhujo do an activity 2.5. Take two pots, fill each pot half with the soil. So we are taking two pots, and both pot are filled with the soil, and mark them A and B. So we have taken two pots A and B half filled with soil. Now in pot A, we have to we have put plant waste in the pot A. So in pot A, we have put plant waste, and in pot B, things like polythene bag, empty glass bottle, and broken plastic toys in pot B. And put the pots aside and observe after 2 to 3 weeks. So we have taken two pots A and B. In pot A, we have to plant waste, and in pot B, we have to plant. In pot in there is a two pots, pot A and pot B, and in the pot A and both pot B, there is a half filled soil, and we have put some plant waste in the pot A, and things like polythene bag, empty glass bottle, and broken toys in pot B. You have to put plant waste in pot A, and you have to put all polythene bag, glass bottles in pot B. You have to put plastic glass bottle, empty glass bottle. You have to put in pot B, and put these pots A and B aside and observe for 3 to 4 weeks. And what is the difference in the content of these pores? We have taken two pores in the pot A we have put some plant waste, and in the B we have put some waste just like glass and just like plastic and just like polythene bag. And after these, what is the difference? You find that the plant waste in pot A had been decomposed. How did this happen? And the plant waste has been converted into manure by the action of microbes. So what we have seen that you will find that plant waste in pot A has been decomposed. And how did this happen? The plant waste has been converted into the manure. So these plant waste has been converted into the manure by the action of microbes. So what is the difference between the waste of port A and port B? In port A, we have used plant waste, and in port B, we have used polythene bag, empty glass bottle, and plastic toys. So what is the difference between the content of two ports? So we have seen that the plant waste in port A has been decomposed. And how did this happen? Because the plant waste has been converted into manure with the help of microorganism in port A. The nutrient released in the process can be used by the plants again. And in port B, there was waste, polythene bag, empty glass bottle, and broken toys. And these are all converted into the microbes could not act on them and convert into the manure. And these are all converted into the manure. These are all converted into the manure. The microbes could not act on them because there are two ports, port A and port B. In port A, we have used plant waste, and in port B, we have used empty glass bottle and broken toys. In port A, these are converted into the manure, and in port B, there is a waste bottle and broken toys, and the microorganism cannot act on these waste, polythene bag and empty glass. So and convert them into manure. So these are not converted into the manure. You have often seen large amount of dead organic matter in the form of decaying plants and sometimes dead animals on the ground. We have seen so much waste, so much waste. Just like there is a dead plants and there is a dead animals lying on the ground, and so after some time, after 2 or 3 months, all are converted into the manure, and these manure is used by either plants or another materials. Thus microorganisms are used for the degrade the harmful and smelly substance into a useful substance, and in this way they clean the environment. So we have do an activity. We have taken two ports, A and B, and in A we have used plant waste, and in B we have used polythene waste and broken toys. And we in port A, all the material is converted into manure with the help of microorganism. But in B, microorganism cannot work on the plastic bottle and broken toys, and this cannot work into these things. So a material in the B not converted into the manure. So this is the effect of microorganism. uh, Next is, we have seen so much waste lying here and there on the ground, just like plant with dead plants, just like dead animals. After some time they disappear. How they disappear? They are all converted into the manure with the help of microorganism. So our environment is clean because as these waste are converted into manure, and so they clean the environment. So in this way microorganism has to clean the environment. So how they microorganism have to clean the environment? Because they convert all the waste into a useful substance, and that useful substance is manure. So these are used for the cleaning the environment. Next topic is harmful microorganism. So we have studied about the microorganism which are friendly microorganism. So there can be a harmful microorganism. हमने अभी तक फ्रेंडली माइक्रोऑर्गेनिज्म के बारे में पढ़ा था जो हमारे को फायदा देते हैं. So there can be a harmful microorganism which can harm us. So the microorganisms are harmful for us in many ways. Some of microorganisms cause disease in human beings, plants, and animals. Such disease causing germs are such disease causing germs are Such disease causing microorganisms are called pathogens. So some microorganisms are beneficial for us and some are harmful for us. So the microorganisms are harmful in many ways, and some of the microorganisms cause disease in human beings, plants, and animals. And the microorganism which create disease in human beings and as well as in animals, And these microorganisms are called pathogens. So what are pathogens? Pathogens are microorganisms which create disease in a plant as well as in human beings. The the microorganism which creates disease in plant as well as in human beings, and these are called pathogens. And they can spoil our food and they can spoil our clothing, and let us do these activities. Disease causing microorganism in humans. So there can be a useful microorganism and there can be a harmful microorganism. And what do we mean by pathogen? The microorganism which creates a disease in human being as well as in animals are called pathogens. And this is a topic: disease causing microorganism in humans. How microorganisms create disease in humans? How how microorganisms create disease in human beings? So when pathogen enter in the human beings, uh, through the air we breathe, the water we drink, or the food we eat. So pathogen can enter in many ways. Just like when we eat the food, then pathogen can be entered, and when we breathe, then the pathogen can be entered, and then we drink, then pathogen can be entered in our body. So they can also get transmitted by direct contact with an infected person or carried by an animal. And my and so they can taken in the form of water, and also pathogen can be entered in our body in the form of food, and they can be entered from the air, and they can also transmitted from another person. And they can be in two ways: either directly contact with the infected person, or they can also carried by the another animal. So pathogen can enter in three ways: either from the air, either from the water, either from the food. And they can enter in another ways, just like and transmitted from the infected person, with the direct contact, or carried by the animal. So microbial disease that can spread from infected person to a healthy person through air, water, or food are contact are called communicable disease. So there are two diseases: communicable diseases and non-communicable diseases. And what are communicable diseases? That spreads from infected person to healthy person through air, through water, or through food, or through physical contact. And these diseases are called communicable diseases. And what are communicable diseases? Common cold, chicken pox, and cholera. These are all communicable diseases because they spread from one person to another person by direct contact, or through air, through water, or physical contact. So when a person suffering from common cold sneeze, the fine droplets of moisture carrying thousands of viruses are spread in the air, and the virus may enter into the body of healthy person while breathing and cause infection. Where we are taking example of common daily life. When a person having common cold, when the person having common cold sneeze, then the fine particles of moisture are spread into the environment, and they contains so many viruses into it, and these viruses are spread into the air. And any person who breathes in this air, and then virus can enter into the body of healthy person, and they can create infection in the healthy person. And this is the example of communicable disease. How these can create infection? Suppose a person having common cold, and when they sneeze, then fine water particles and goes into the atmosphere. And these particles, these moisture contains so many virus in it. And any healthy person who takes breathe in this air, then these virus enters into the healthy person, and the healthy person gets infected in this way. So what are the communicable disease? the disease that spread from healthy person, infected person to healthy person through air or through water or through food or through the physical contact. And common cold is an example of communicable disease. So how can we prevent this communicable disease? So how can we cure infection in this way? When we sneeze, we have to use handkerchief on your nose and mouth. When we sneeze, so we have to use handkerchief. When we use handkerchief, then virus does not goes into the air. And so then another precaution is that when a person sneezes, then a healthy person to keep a distance from the infected person. So there are two precautions to prevent from this infection. A healthy person should maintain a distance from the infected person. And second is infected person used to handkerchief when he sneezes. Next is there are some insects and animals which act as a carrier of disease causing germs, causing microbes, and housefly is one such carrier. So there can be so many insects and there can be so much animal which can act as a carrier of disease. And these are core, these can create, these microbes are can act as a carrier for insects and animals. For example, housefly. A housefly is a good example of such carrier. And how housefly spread this disease when these houseflies sit any kind of a substance, just like they sit on the garbage and any another material, and when they sit on it, they take then they take some unuseful substance or some unhealthy food, and they take from these garbage, and then pathogens take to their bodies when these flies sit on the uncovered food. Just like in the sweet shop, we have so many sweets are there. When an house fly and these house flies uh, remain on the then these flies sit on the garbage, and from these garbage they take many unuseful substance, and then these house fly sit on the sweets present in the sweet shop, and then they transfer all these material into the sweet shop and in the sweets. And when we eat these type of sweets, then the person became ill. And when these flies sit on the uncovered food, and they may transfer these pathogens. So when we eat these type of food, when they then we become ill. So we have given advice that we have to cover all the food, and we have to cover all the sweets in the sweet shop. Avoid consuming uncovered food of item. When we take food from the market, we have to use uncovered items of the food. We have to use only uncovered item of the food, because covered item can contain pathogens. And when the pathogens enter in our body, they can create many disease. And another example of carrier is that female anopheles mosquito, and these spread the disease of malaria. And female anopheles mosquito is an example of carrier which spread malaria. So this and female Aedes mosquito is a carrier of dengue virus. So how can we cure malaria and dengue? And this is the female anopheles mosquito we spread the which act as a carrier of malaria, and female Aedes mosquito as a carrier of dengue virus. So what are carriers and what are microbes and what are pathogens? So there are some insects and animal which can act as a carrier. And what are the carriers? Suppose housefly. Houseflies is a carrier of disease. And how can they spread disease? When houseflies sit on the garbage, they take unhealthy material from them. And when these housefly sit on the healthy food, uncovered food, then these pathogen, these unhealthy material enters into the healthy food, and when we eat these type of food, then we become ill. And so another example of a carrier is that female anopheles mosquito, and another is example of dengue virus. Another is an example of dengue virus, female anopheles mosquito, and which act as a carrier of malaria. And there is a also female Aedes mosquito which act as carrier of dengue virus. And this is the female anopheles mosquito which spread the malaria. And how can we stop malaria? As we know, all mosquitoes spread on the water, spread in dirty water. Hence, one should not let water collect anywhere. So when we use water in coolers, and we use water in tires, we use water in flower pot. We should not let them to collect water anywhere, because all mosquitoes dwell in the water. So we should not collect the water anywhere. And next is, by keeping the surrounding clean and dry, we can prevent mosquito from breeding. If we have a healthy environment and healthy surroundings and healthy clean and dry environment, then the mosquito will not develop in the healthy environment. So we should maintain a clean and healthy environment or healthy surroundings. Try to make a list of measures which help to avoid the spread of malaria. So these are the table of some common disease, just like tuberculosis, chickenpox, and these can be spread from either bacteria, either from the virus, and they can be entered from the air, either from the food or either from the water. And this is the protective measure. And how can we cure disease? This is the table of protective measure. How can we cure these type of disease? And next topic is disease causing a microorganism in animals. And next is disease causing microorganism in plants. And next topic is food preservative. And this topic I will study in the next lecture. So I will revise this chapter. First topic was that what do you mean by vaccination, and what do you mean by vaccination and how vaccine works. Suppose this is a Paheli body. When any disease causing microbes are entered into the Paheli body is healthy body. When any disease causing germ enter into the Paheli body, then the Paheli body becomes ill. And then these Paheli body produce antibodies, and these antibodies remain in the Paheli body, and these antibody fight with when any microorganism enters in the Paheli body, then these antibodies fight with the microorganism and protect Paheli body from the disease. And how which type of microorganism are introduced into the healthy body? Dead or weakened microbes. Dead